Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll show you how I made this spandex pants. So let's get started. The first step is to fold your fabric into 4 places like this, and then you leave 1 inch extra for the back panel. So the next thing is to take your length measurement. I am using 37 or 38 inches for mine, and I'll be using 1 inch for seam allowance, so I have 39 inch. And then the next thing is to take my crouch measurement. I'll use 11 inch. I'll be using 11 inches. And then I'll draw the line here. And then I'll take my hip measurement. So you divide your hip measurement by 4. I have 10.5. And then on this line, I'll take my waist measurement. I'll divide my waist measurement by 4. I have 8.5. And then I'll use 1 inch for the curve, the crouch curve. I've used about 1.5 inch to extend the front crouch. And then I'll draw the waist measurement down to the hip measurement. And then on the bottom, I'll take my ankle measurement. I have 10 inches. So I'll divide that by 2. So I have 5. I won't be adding any seam allowance for this because it's a stretchy fabric. And then I'll draw my line from here down to the bottom. And then the next thing, you cut the front piece. So you're cutting only 2 of the layers, 1 and 2. You leave the other back layer. So I've cut the first 2 layers, which is my front panel. And then the next thing I'll do is to extend my back panel by 2 inches. So I'll extend the back panel by 2 inches, and then I'll extend the top part by 1 inch. Extend it by 1 inch, and then I'll draw the line like this. And then for the tie, I'll extend it by 1/2 inch. I'll extend the tie by 1/2 inch. So I've extended the crouch by 2, and then I've extended the back panel by 1 inch on the hip side, and then 1/2 inch on the leg side. So I'll cut. So here's what I have. I have the front panel, and then I have the back panel. So I'll come over to the waist side. I'll notch the middle here, and then I'll come down on the front panel by 1/2 inch, and then I'll draw the line down to this place. So I've come down it by 1/2 inch here, and then I'll cut. So here's the front panel, and here's the back. So with the right sides facing each other like this, you go ahead and sew the front part together, and then you sew the back parts together. I've joined the front part together and I've joined the back part together. So the next thing is to open it and then join the both crouch together, the front and the back. You join them together like this, and then you pin them. You pin it, and then you go over to your sewing machine, starting from the bottom of the pants. You sew them together to the other end of the pants like this. After joining your pants together, you go ahead and try it on. You go try it on to know if it fits properly. For the waistband, you divide your waist by 2. So I have 17 inches. And then you measure 17 inches for the length and add 1 inch for seam allowance. And then for the width, I used 7 inches. So I have my waist measurement plus 1, half of my waist measurement plus 1, and 7 for the width. And then I've cut 2 pieces of the same size. So with the right sides facing each other, I'm going to join them like this. And then I have 7.5 for the width. I'm going to measure half of 7.5, which is 3.5. So I have 3.5. That's the midpoint. So I'll go over to my sewing machine. I'm going to sew like this and like this. So I'll be sewing like this and like this. And then I'll do the same for this side with using 3.5 too. I'll go over and sew like this and like this. So in this case, I'm not sewing a straight line. I'm sewing like a curved line, like this. So I'll explain what I did again. I have width 7. I took half of that, which is 3.5. I took half of that again on this side, which is 3.5. And then I sewed it like this with 1/2 inch, and then I curved it like this. Before joining it to the pants, I'll go ahead and trim off the excess. Go ahead and trim off the excess. So I'll go ahead and take the one side of the waistband and then join it to the notch side of my pants. I'll pin it together. And then I'll take the other side of the waistband and then join it to the other side of the pants that I notched. And then pin it together. So you go ahead and join it to your pants. And make sure you stretch it a bit when you're sewing. You stretch your waistband a bit as you sew. So here's what I have. I've joined the waistband to the pants. And then I'll go ahead and try this on. So here's the spandex pants. Please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I love you for watching.